So the Blue Jays, they come back from a 5-0 deficit and beat the New York Mets 8-6. Now, the Mets have been in a turmoil type of season. They have had we think as Blue Jay fans, we've had a tough route. They had some pretty good expectations coming into the year. And, they are just playing awful. They're 33-48. They're just not having any kind of luck here. But the story of today for Blue Jay fans was Jose Bautista's return. It felt weird seeing him out there in a New York Mets jersey wearing number 11. It just didn't look right. It didn't feel right. And every time in the last inning where he got a base hit, I cheered for him because I'm like, oh wait, I forgot. He's a Blue Jay usually. 10 years with the ball club. They did a nice tribute before the game, standing ovation from the crowd before the game. He saluted the fans, obviously, before his first at-bat and all that stuff. But just a classy guy, a great guy for this organization. And, it was tough to see him go. As much as it was time, it was tough. But for the Jays, more tough news. Very first inning, Marcus Stroman is on the mound for the Blue Jays. Gets an out, gives him a 2-run shot, and then here comes Gibby and the trainers out right away. Now, because I actually felt like something was wrong with Marco, because when he was throwing some of those pitches, his delivery was slow. He just didn't look right, and he did end up leaving the game in the first inning, and things just weren't really going right for him. But he had hip soreness. Clearly, he was in some discomfort. Will that be enough for a DL stint? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to reevaluate him and see what's up. But he leaves the game early, and that means it's going to be a bullpen type of game for the Jays. And they're down 2-0 early on because Marco's his hips sore, and he gives up a 2-run shot to his dribble Cabrera. And it's awful because then you go to the top of the second inning with Jake Petrichka on the mound. He gives up a 2-run shot to Devin Mesoraco. It's 4-0. Then in the top of the fourth inning, and things just can't get any worse for the Blue Jays. Preston Guillemette, he gives up a solo shot to Wilmer Flores, and it is 5-0 Mets. And we're in the fourth inning, and just nothing has gone right for the Jays. They couldn't get any hits early. They lose their starter with injury in the first inning, and the bullpen can't pick up any slack, and they're getting crushed 5-0 early on. But then we go to the bottom of the fifth, and the Jays kind of get something going here. They get a little bit of a rally going, and we're thinking, okay, maybe this is a big inning. Well, it didn't start out great. Obviously, Russell Martin walks to start the inning, but then Grichuk strikes out, Gurriel grounds out, and it was just a guy at second base with 2 out. Doesn't really mean much. Devin Travis was later hit by a pitch, and then Granderson with a 2-out double to right field. Russell Martin comes in to score. Travis and Granderson at second and third with 2 away, but Hernandez strikes out and leaves those 2 base runners in a big situation, and it's still a 5-1 game. Then the top of the seventh, Conforto doubles, giving them that 1 run right back, and it's a 6-1 lead. And this is where things get fun. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning, okay? I don't know, Plawecki comes behind the plate, so they didn't switch pitchers or anything. Russell Martin strikes out to lead off the inning. Oh, well, you're down 6-1 in the 7th inning. No one's really going to try at this point, right? Then Grichuk singles to right field. And then on an error by Jose, Grichuk ends up at third base. Not something he wants to do against his former ball club, but whatever. A guy at third, nobody out. Yeah, but you're down 6-1. Whatever. And then Gurriel grounds out to Smith at first base, but Randall Grichuk comes in to score on the play. It's a 6-2 game. Again, really doesn't mean a whole lot. There's 2 out and nobody on at this point. Then then Travis walks, on a full count. So the guy at first with 2 away. Granderson doubles to right once again. Travis at third. Okay, we've seen this before. Second and third, 2 out in a 4-run game. And then they bring in Swarzak, and he throws a wild pitch. Oh, yeah, that's right. They brought in Swarzak to face Gurriel a few batters earlier. On a wild pitch, Travis comes in to score, and Granderson ends up at third base. We're like, all right. So it's a 6-3 game with a runner at third base. I mean, it's still a tough situation. And then Teoscar Hernandez walks. He took some tough pitches that we're used to seeing him strike out on, and he gets on base. Runners on the corners, tying run at the plate. They bring in a they bring in a new pitcher, and Solarte battles and battles. And I think he got a splitter or a changeup or something down, and he kind of goes down and gets it and golfs it, and it gets into the bullpen. We are tied at 6. Jose Bautista trying to climb the wall like Spider-Man, but I'm sorry you're not Kevin Pillar, but, and I don't think we would have got it anyways. We're tied at 6 apiece. Where did this come from? But, I mean, I'm going to take it, but you know what? You got to take it easy. We got to relax a little bit here, because John Axford comes out for the 8th inning and does a great job. Does a great job getting out of the 8th inning. We've talked about it many, many, many times. After you score runs, you want to put up a 0. And what did John Axford do after the Jays scored a huge 5 spot? He puts up a quick 0 and gets the guys right on their bats again. Now, they get the first 2 outs quickly in the bottom of the 8th inning. And then, look out. I mean, Randall Gritcha gets plugged in the arm. I think it was a change of a curveball. Only 81 miles an hour. Not a big one, but it was up about the shoulder. So he's kind of like, whoa, easy now. But there's a guy first with 2 away. Whatever. And then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has a 1-1 pitch. He's kind of out in front of it, but he gets barrel to ball and puts it into the Jays bullpen. You see, he's fired up. I'm fired up. Everybody at Rogers Center, except for Jose Bautista, is fired up. And the Jays got an 8-6 lead. I don't think anybody saw this one coming. But it happens, and the Jays have the 8-6 lead, and then we go to the 9th inning. Again, John Axford back out there trying to get the 2-out save, I guess, or trying to get, keep the bullpen usage to a minimum. And he gets the first 2 guys, but then loses a couple of guys. He gives up a single to Jose, and that's what I was saying. I was clapping for him because, it's Jose Bautista, guys. I don't care what you say. This team is not fighting for a playoff spot. Neither team is. So let's cheer for Jose. He's having a great he's doing a great job over there. And in typical Jose Bautista fashion, he has 5 at-bats, and he goes 1 for 2. How does that work? He walks 3 times. That's like Jose for us. I mean, we remember all that kind of stuff from him. But then there's 2 on. The winning run is at the plate with Conforto. They bring on Tyler Clippard to get that guy. And he gets the ground out to Devin Travis. And the ball game is over. The Blue Jays win 8-6 over the New York Mets. Now, Mets fans, I'm sorry. I know how you're feeling when it comes to tough seasons. You guys know how we're feeling. It's weird, you know what I mean? Like, when we have good seasons, they do. Back in 2015, when they had Syndergaard and DeGrom and Steven Matz and all these great, and Matt Harvey, all these great players, they went to the World Series. 2016, I don't know if they were injury prone or not. I'm not sure if they made the playoffs that year, but we did, and it was just a mess. And ever since then, our teams have been really struggling. Health-wise, they've been a problem. Health-wise, we've had an issue, obviously, with Donaldson staying healthy. I get it, Mets fans. But what we saw today was a great job from a lot of players. Granderson was 2 for 4. Gurriel was 1 for 4, yes, but he had 3 RBIs. Great to see that from Lourdes. And bullpen-wise, Tim Mesa with an inning and a third of clean inning, gave up a hit, walked the batter in that inning and a third, but overall did a pretty good job. Joe Biagini went 2/3 of an inning, but he struggled to throw the strikes there. He walked a couple batters, and Aaron Loup gave up the hit that taxed Joe Biagini with the run, but ended up getting out of that inning anyways, and we all know what happened with Axford and Clippard. The guys, they battled. And that's where I've got to give this, 33 and 39, or 49. They didn't update it on here. I said that earlier in the video. They were 33 and 48. 33 and 49. The Jays are 40 and 45. And you got to say, guys, as much as the Jays have not been winning a lot of series, and they haven't been, on a huge winning streak, they've been playing like 500 ball. You know what I mean? You look back at their past, a little while, they've been playing some all right baseball. And they get the win today. They open up the mini 2-game set with a victory. Game 2 and the finale goes tomorrow as Marcus Stroman versus Corey Oswalt, the 24-year-old. Now, I got to ask, Mets fans, if you guys are out there and listen to the channel, Corey Oswalt, Is that son of Roy Oswalt? I want to hear what you guys have. I want to hear that. I'm curious because that's not a very common name. Again, he's only pitched one game, 7 1/3 innings, 9.82 earned run average. Doesn't mean squat when you're facing a team you've never seen before in the Blue Jays, and we've never seen him. But the thing we want to see tomorrow is a good start from Marcus Stroman, 7:07 first pitch. All right. So you know what, guys? That is gonna do it for this one. If you guys enjoy this one, and you guys enjoyed this game, holy smokes, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Also, hit that like button if you guys love Jose Bautista, because I do. And he's a living legend in Toronto. And who's your top 3 all-time Blue Jays? And would Jose crack that top 3? I want to hear what you guys have to say, all right? So, hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you think of the game. What you think of the tribute to Jose? What are your feelings about Jose? Fondest moment. Okay, I think we all know what that moment is. So other than the bat flip, what is your fondest moment of Jose Bautista? I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. It'll be later of an upload, guys. I have baseball at 9:30, so it's going to be a late one tomorrow. But I apologize in advance. Jays, New York Mets, and I'm jacked up for that. I'm pumped, all right? So I'll talk to you guys. What will it be? Thursday night podcast edition. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, guys. Twitter down below. Follow up. Send me a DM. Do all that great stuff. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow night as the Jays look for the mini 2-game sweep against the New York Mets. Corey Oswalt, the youngster, versus Marcus Stroman, looking for his 3rd consecutive quality start, or really good start, for the Jays as he looks for his 2nd win on the season. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. We'll talk to you guys then.